This podcast is being recorded and produced on Gadigal land.
We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of this country and elders past, present.
We extend our respect to any First Nations, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people joining us today.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
I'm Brittney Saunders.
And I'm alright. Hey, and this is High Scrollers, the podcast version of your favourite group chat.
If it's trending, going viral or has you gripped, we're talking about it.
Coming up on this episode, Brittney's been to one of my favourite places on earth, her first experience with it, and she tells us all about it. I'm very excited to hear her thoughts.
Plus, I have made a $700 purchase for something that feels like a piece of plastic, but it is tracking my sleep, and I'm going to give you my little review on it.
And we do a deep dive into, could we call it a conspiracy theory?
I think we can.
I have another conspiracy theory for you, and it brings up some of my deepest, darkest fears, and I bet you won't even guess what they are, darling.
And as usual, there's a whole lot more.
Deal me in, doll. Let's go. It's a big show, doll. Welcome back.
The boss is back in the building.
The boss is back in the building. Am I fired yet?
I'm never going to let you live that down.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I'm going to wear that title with pride every single week.
I'm happy to let you do that.
Okay.
I'm
That's very
such
nice.
a good person.
Yeah, you're very
I'm so
thoughtful.
nice.
Thank you so much. I'm the boss of High Scrollers.
All right, if you're the boss, what are we talking about?
Well, tell you what I finally did the other day.
What?
I finally went to Costco.
Oh, really? All right, yes, right. I'm on board for this. That's all right.
So I know you love Costco.
Mm-hmm.
I went once, like 8 years ago when I lived in Melbourne. Remember when I moved to Melbourne that time?
Random.
Yeah.
We all make mistakes.
We do. Everybody has those days.
And
Anyway.
you'll always find your way back home.
Exactly right. Anyway, I don't even count that as I went to Costco because that was just so long ago and I just went, didn't really do much there. So anyway, I essentially have gone to Costco for the first time. We finally got a Costco. Well, it's not in Newcastle. It's in Lake Macquarie, which is like 30 minutes away from Newcastle, but close enough. And it's been open for ages and I've been meaning to go and then I've seen you and Kate go before.
Mm-hmm.
You've gone, you've done a video in there and I've just been meaning to go. Finally went. I met AJ's mum there and I absolutely loved it.
It's so fun, isn't it?
I've signed up to a business account.
Oh, yep.
Catch me there every second week.
Yep.
I went to purchase one thing and I spent nearly $600.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yep.
And that's the problem. Like I've gone with like a budget in mind and that just goes out the window the minute I step through the door.
Yes.
Yeah, it's hard. It's like Disneyland. Like
It
they
is.
just trap you into spending
It's
so much
great.
money by
I went
accident.
in every aisle and section.
Yep.
The whole place.
I will say though, I've been a bit silly with some of the things that I've gotten. Like I've gone,
really?
I'll use that, and then I never do, and so it's been a bit of a waste of money. I actually just threw out an everything but the bagel seasoning, which was 2 kilos.
Yes, I
2
saw
kilos
that.
of everything but the bagel seasoning. I've used it once in 6 months. I just threw it in the bin. I went, never going to use that.
Like, how many things are you actually eating that you can put that seasoning on? Like, it's got to just be a bagel and cream cheese, surely.
I honestly thought to myself, you know what? I will be creating meals to
Like, you would
be
get
able to
sick
put
of
this
that
on.
flavour. I
done
saw
it.
the same thing. I had all the samples. What were the most random things that I bought? Like a kilo of jerky. That was a real random one. that
Yeah,
I got.
right.
I love some beef jerky.
What did I get? I got like a 2 kilo thing of corn fritters.
Oh, yeah.
And I love them. They're still in my freezer. They're valid till 2025.
I'll tell you one good thing whenever you're all at Costco next that you need to get. A big frozen bag of individual servings of the fried rice with prawns.
Oh.
It tastes like you've gotten it from like the takeaway shop.
Yeah,
It is that
nice.
good. And they're really big servings. So it's like 2 servings in one bag, I would say.
Yeah.
It is delicious. All you have to do to cook it is literally put it in a hot pan and it is oily so you don't have to like put water or anything in it. Literally takes 5 minutes to cook. Delicious.
Yeah.
Great for your meal prepping for your lunches or whatever. Get that from Costco next time you're there because I'd say that's one of my favourites. Also, mega bag of Baby Bell cheese.
Yep,
love
yep,
that.
I love
I've been
them.
having at least 3 of those a day.
I get the little bags of cheeses that are
The 3 different ones.
yeah,
the
Gouda,
sticks.
cheddar,
Yep.
and tasty.
Yep,
Yeah,
I got that.
they're nice.
I got a. I know how much you love your protein water.
Yes.
I tried one of Matt's outside in the car park where we park, and I didn't like it. Remember?
Yeah.
But I think that's because it was a small little drink bottle with a whole scoop, like it was too strong.
Yeah.
So then I saw at Costco, they had a mega tub. So, of course, I bought that mega tub. Like, I didn't bother with the sample sachets or anything. I went straight for the mega tub. So that's going to take me a long time to get through, but I've been really enjoying that.
Yes. And, Costco made me fall in love with these protein shakes they have as well, which are like, I think, American Premier Protein.
Right.
And they had them there and I thought, oh, I'll get those. It's so delicious. I have one every day now and I order them online. It's so good.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing those.
Costco's life-changing. No, I'm all about it. I'm really glad you've gone and done that for yourself.
Yeah,
'cause I
and
think
I'm
it'll change
going
your
back
life.
again.
I will say I don't think I'm the demographic for most of the things. Like, I can understand how good it is if you're a family with maybe 4 kids. I get Costco. I'm like, that is so beneficial for you, especially if you have the space to have like a meat freezer in the garage, right? And you go and buy your meat
That's
and it's in
goals
there.
right there, isn't
yeah,
it?
honestly.
And not a normal freezer like the one that you lift up.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's,
yeah.
a horizontal freezer.
The one that in the movies they put the bodies in and whatnot.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I can see how it would work for like a family of like 5 plus in the family. For me, like, was it smart that I bought 3 kilos of brownies and ate them all in 6 days? I'm not sure.
Oh, I bought that too. Do you see the little round ones?
Yes, that's the ones.
I took it to work. Everyone loved it. And
they're
the cookies.
just so soft and moist.
The
I don't
cookies?
understand how they do it. Seriously. And the bagels as well. I got the bagels. Oh, my goodness. They were delicious.
Love it all. I'm going back.
Now you've made me
went through
angry.
the alcohol section. That was pretty lit.
Yeah, I went through the alcohol section too. Not that I'm drinking really at all, but I just kind of like didn't think that it was that beneficial. Like, I was like, do I need 17-litre bottle of Fireball? I'm not sure, But
Yeah,
no,
I hate Fireball.
it's fun. But I bought all these stupid things like teeth flossy things.
Oh,
1,000 pack.
Oh.
Like, it's lasted me 5 years. I've used one since I bought it. But Sky uses them, so he's getting a good use out of them. Cotton earbud things.
Oh, I love those things.
Pack of 2,000.
I think I've got an addiction to those.
Yeah.
Like most days I
I
clean
love
my
cleaning
ears.
my ears. Anyway.
It just feels good.
Welcome back to High Scrollers. We are really giving you the inside scoop here. Oh, there's a pun for you. Inside scoop of my ear. Let's get on to today's episode. It's time for our Royal Flush of the Week, the best thing we've seen on the internet lately. What have you got for me this week?
Well, I have seen something all over my TikTok for the last few weeks, and I've finally committed and made the purchase of the product that I've been seeing.
Okay, what is it?
And this is not sponsored. It's the Eora ring.
Oh, I've seen this. Is this one that like tracks your sleep and stuff like that?
It is an Apple Watch,
Okay.
but a ring.
Okay.
So I was just seeing reviews left, right and centre. I love the idea of an Apple Watch, but no offence, I think they're the ugliest things I've ever seen.
Really?
Yes. Like, they ruin every outfit. I feel like...
Is it ruining mine right now?
No. So...
Yeah, okay. Well, then there you go.
So you're in a casual outfit today, like you've got your shorts on, your T-shirt, your Crocs, Apple Watch, sure.
Yeah.
But even just like, look at my outfit I'm wearing right now. I've got a nice one-shoulder black top on, some linen pants, some chunky sandals, Apple Watch on my wrist.
Do you want to put mine on and see what it looks
Yes,
like? Yeah, here you go.
please.
Oh, sorry, it's a bit sweaty. There you go. Pop it on and I'll be the judge.
Like...
Oh, it is giving Kim Possible.
Yes, it's giving...
Especially with the linen pants.
Yeah. So I just feel like it ruins every outfit.
But
like,
you can get cute bands for it. Like I've got the I've got a silver
gold-
band so that when I
yeah.
wear all my silver
I know,
jewelry.
but even then, like, just the screen is so big and bulky and it's like solid black. I've never been able to get behind it. But sure, if I'm going for a walk or I'm just in my activewear, then it goes.
Yeah.
But normal day-to-day clothes, the Apple Watch is not for me.
So instead you got the Eora ring. So
Yes.
first of all, how much did that set you back?
Depending on the colour, they're all different prices. But for the gold, it was like $4.99 US. Then plus once you added in shipping and then the conversion rate, like it wasn't cheap. It was like 700 Australian dollars. How much is an Apple Watch?
I think like around maybe 800, 900.
Yep.
I'm not
so
sure.
similar-ish pricing to your Apple Watch. The only thing that a lot of people have said that's the downfall to the Eora ring is you pay that and then you have to pay for the app as a subscription,
Right.
which is another $6.99 or $7.99 US or whatever. So maybe like $11 Australian every month to have access to the app. But I've only had it on for like 5 or 6 days so far, and I guess unlike the Apple Watch, you have to wear it for quite a while for it to start giving you like really good stats. But the app so far is really cool. I guess the difference with this to the Apple Watch is it gives you a score, like you get scores every day, like when you wake up, because like one of the cool things is the sleep. But also, did you know that Apple Watches track your sleep? Mm-hmm. Which is pretty cool. So the good thing about this is you probably only have to charge it once a week.
Oh, wow.
And it just goes on a little tiny little thing, kind of like the Apple Watch. Like, you just sit it on it. Similar, but it charges in like 2 hours. So you can just take it off while you're having a shower or cooking dinner or whatever, and it fully charges up. You only have to charge it once a week. This sounds like an ad. And if you use my discount code. But every day you wake up and it you open the app and it gives you your readiness score for the day, like how ready you are for the day. It's out of 0 to 100, and there's all different like categories. So it kind of like pushes you to have a really good sleep and everything, because then you get your sleep score for the day.
What scores have you been getting?
I sleep pretty badly. So I think like the first night it was like 60 something, which is not good. But then like the next night I went to bed earlier, because you get little prompts on your phone. It's like you should start winding down for bed now, because it works out your bedtime. Mm-hmm. So then I've been getting 70s, and I think today was like 80 something, and it'll say like your score is 80 something, like you are well rested and ready for the day. Like treat yourself to something today. And then only as of today, it starts tracking my daily stress levels. So you literally get a chart every day with like how stressed you are at certain points, but that's after 5 days of wearing it. And then there's a whole other part of tracking your cycle. I feel like I'm just trying to sell this product. Like, can you start putting some jokes in between here? Like, it's really cool. Like, I've only had it for 6 days, but you can obviously then track your menstrual cycle on it. It tracks your temperature every day, which comes in hand with tracking your cycle and stuff.
So is it tracking your steps as well?
Yes.
What about workouts and everything?
Steps, workouts. Yeah. I don't do that many workouts, admittedly.
Is it waterproof?
Yes, you can wear it in the shower.
Okay.
Like you fully wear it in the shower. It's really lightweight. That's one thing that I was surprised by. Like it feels like it's made of plastic.
It actually looks really heavy, but
It's super lightweight.
Yeah.
Like you could just throw it and it would be gone. And it's got a little lights in here that lights up sometimes under your finger. You can see it's bright green or bright red. Mm-hmm. But so far, like I'm really liking it and it's really cool. Like I love waking up every morning and checking the app. Like, and I feel like I'm only just getting started with it. And use my code.
Well, that's something you can all look forward to, scrollers. We're going to be getting
my health
Brittney's
stats.
menstrual cycle updates on the podcast from now on.
I feel like it's a really good alternative for those that are like me, and if you don't like the look of the Apple Watch ruining your outfits, you can wear this with every outfit and it looks nice. Like you could even wear it to a wedding and it still looks nice.
It could be a wedding ring.
Yeah. Well, no, because ideally you got to wear it on your pointer finger, or the second is your middle finger, because I don't know.
I could do middle. I don't know if I'm a pointer finger ring person.
Neither. And I thought it was going to be too chunky, but it actually looks all right. And like, I love the process of ordering it as well. I could keep talking about this for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's my royal flush, is buying the Eora ring. Stay tuned for updates of when I'm getting my next period.
Well, we better move on to my royal flush of the week. Because remember we were talking about Jup Jup from High Five on the podcast a couple weeks back last year. I saw a video on TikTok that made me realise something. Kathleen never actually knew about Jup Jup or met him, which blew my mind. So I just thought for all the High Five, because when we spoke about High Five, we got a lot of DMs and we also put a video on socials and it went kind of wild, and like a lot of people had opinions about Jup Jup and about High Five in general. And I remember him like talking to Kathleen.
Yes.
No, he always spoke to Kathleen. She never responded. And she had an inkling that something was living in her space, but she never knew and never met him. And I just thought that was really weird.
I saw that TikTok as well.
I
and then
wanted
it
to
showed
share that.
clips of her being like, was something there?
And she like picks him up but doesn't realise she's picked him up because he's in a pile of towels and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that blew my mind. There was a really good explanation though. One of the comments said, FYI, Jup Jup was built to empower kids. They were aware of a secret that Kathleen wasn't. So it was like an inside joke for the kids. Like they were like, we know
and
who
if they
Jup
had
Jup
the live
is.
audience, I'm sure they would have been like, he's over there.
Yeah.
And she would have been like, where?
Yeah, literally. His purpose was also to cause problems for her that she had to solve with math skills. That's fun. Jup Jup was more educational than just being an annoying little rat.
I wonder
so that's
where
crazy.
Jup Jup is now.
Who cares?
You're a savage.
What, you got feelings for Jup Jup, do you?
No, I mean, like, I'm just picturing a little puppet shoved away in a cupboard somewhere.
Oh, surely on display in Tim's house.
Yeah. If not, can we find him and have him?
Yeah, sure. We'll get Jup on the show.
Well, I don't know about you, Matt, but I've seen how much of an outrage there has been on my TikTok and my Instagram recently about people being so pissed off. I think it started in America, but it's also now a problem in Australia. People are mad, enraged at all of the 11-year-olds in Sephora over in the US, and then I feel like the same sort of theme is happening here in Australia with 11-year-olds going crazy in Mecca and Sephora here in Australia.
Specifically for one brand, right?
Yes.
Like there's one cult following thanks to TikTok.
Yes, the Drunk Elephant skincare products, which I've been to your house. I've seen you have a few of them.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. On your little spinny round thing on your desk.
My little skincare holder. Thank you. Yeah, and you know what's funny is I have seen all of the commentary online about this, but I actually experienced it myself in Mecca not long ago when I was in there shopping for Christmas.
Right.
And I saw two girls. They weren't 11. I would be surprised if they were like 7 or 8.
What?
They were really, really young. And I was standing there it was like Tatcha. I was getting my Tatcha Dewy, got this new moisturiser, and Drunk Elephant was right next to that in the store. And these two little girls came up and I overheard their conversation. And they were like, this is what I've asked for Christmas. This is what I'm getting. Can I get, like, you tell your mum that you want this as well. And I was looking at it and I can't remember the exact product, but I remember it was like a niacinamide, hydrating, what are the hyaluronic acid, blah, 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 for acne prone skin maybe. I don't know what it was, but these girls were too young to even have their first pimple as far as I was concerned. And also the price of it, like, wasn't that cheap.
It's not cheap, no.
And I was kind of shocked that I was witnessing that because I'd seen it online. I know there's a few like younger influencers online that kind of use Drunk Elephant and stuff like that. And I look at their skin when they come up on my For You page and go, babes, you don't need anything but water at this stage.
You have baby skin.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think one reason why a lot of people are so angry online about this is because these kids are obsessing over products that they literally don't need.
Yeah.
Like some of the Drunk Elephant products that are so popular and all the kids are going crazy for literally have a retinol in them, which you're not supposed to use until you're after 25. Like that's the recommended age that you should start it. And even then that's like the recommended age. Like you don't need to use it, but it's for when you're beginning to age or whatever to help with fine lines. And we've got 10-year-olds wanting the retinol products. I think the one thing that I think is when I do look at Drunk Elephant products, and I saw someone talking about this on TikTok, it looks like a kid's skincare brand.
Yeah.
It's like the white packaging with little cartoon elephants on it or something.
Coloured lids.
And then bright coloured neon lids. So it looks quite kiddie and maybe that's why kids are drawn to it.
I actually thought it was a kid's brand until I realised that it wasn't, until I saw the price point, really.
Yeah. And it just makes me think, I mean, I always say this, but it must be wild to be a kid growing up in 2024 with all this stuff that's on TikTok and whatever, because I swear my first memory of skincare would be like seeing my mum's Aldi cleanser in the shower and me just putting that on my face and thinking that was fun. But I swear I don't even really remember using skincare in high school.
No,
like,
I
think
didn't
I washed my face with soap.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't moisturize.
No.
Like we didn't have access to this kind of stuff. And then I think one of the first cleansers that I ever got was like Clearasil, like acne with the beads in it that would burst on your face. And I didn't even need that, but I remember using that and it smelling like full-on chemicals on my face. Yeah. But even then I think I would have been in like year 10.
Yeah, I agree.
Like we didn't know about skincare when we were young.
Granted, I didn't have that bad. My skin wasn't that bad in high school either. Like I was blessed with like maybe one, even still to this day, like I might get a pimple here or there, but never really had many problems with my skin.
It also reminds me another, I guess the first introduction to skincare for me, and I'm sure a lot of other people and you, was seeing the Proactive ads on TV, and like it was them foaming their face up in the sink, and then I would say to Mum, can I have that? And Mum's like, you don't need that, because wasn't that like really bad or something? Or like once people stopped using it, then their skin got worse. Yeah. But I remember that, seeing that and thinking skincare, but even then that seemed like very clinical and not like gimmicky the way skincare is now.
Yeah. And I remember it bleached everyone's towels.
Yeah.
Just a random fun fact for you. If you use Proactive and didn't wash it all off properly, if you had a bit of residue of the Proactive on and put it on your towel, it'd bleach your towel. So that was my mum's reason for not getting it for me. It wasn't, no, you don't need it.
Now kids have got these stores they can just go into, and a lot of employees I've seen do videos, mainly from Sephora in the US, but employees have come out and like done story times of what they're actually dealing with these kids coming into the store and like being bratty and whatever.
Yeah.
I saw one person say, which I totally agree with, these brands that do have kids as their customers should be promoting for the kids to buy their SPF products. Like if kids are going to be using any kind of skincare, it should be like sun care. So I think Drunk Elephant should really like hone in on this and come out with like a great SPF for kids and market it to them.
Yeah. Or just like bring out like something with hardly anything in it.
Just moisturising lotion.
And sell it at a small price point and be like, look, you're still using the brand, but you're not. Like because then I'm like, because also there'd be parents out there hopefully that are switched on enough not to buy the kids' retinol, but like maybe if they did like a different packaging for something else.
Yeah, they should have a kids range and like make it for them more affordable, not full of anti-aging ingredients.
Yeah. But the thing is as well is like a lot of kids these days are all about the gift vouchers.
Yeah.
So they're just getting the Mecca gift voucher and then they're probably buying the retinol themselves and using it without their parents even knowing, I reckon.
I'd be interested to see the long-term effects of kids using retinol. It can't be good.
The most we had when we were growing up was bloody lip smackers, love.
Yes. And I'll tell you another thing that I actually thought of the other day. You know how everyone right now is obsessed with the Sol de Janeiro body sprays?
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone's obsessed with them.
Mm-hmm.
I've never owned one, but I've like sprayed them when I'm in there, and a lot of the girls at work have them. I feel like you spray that and it's gone within like 5 minutes and you need to keep respraying it all day. It's not like a perfume that's going to last.
Yeah.
I think those body sprays by Sol de Janeiro are the most genius product for them to come out with, because I reckon for them to make that, it's going to be a lot cheaper than making natural proper perfume. But I think they are the modern day version of the Impulse body sprays put into a different bottle.
Yeah. I was going to say Hello Kitty.
Yes.
Hello Kitty sprays.
Like the Hello Kitty sprays, the Impulse sprays, that's what I obsessed over when I was little, especially that Hello Kitty one. I reckon Sol de Janeiro sprays are that just repackaged.
And more expensive.
Yes, so expensive.
Because I was going to buy someone for Christmas the Sol de Janeiro pack and I was like, oh no, darling, I'm not spending that much money.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking like $30, $40. I'm going 130. You've got to be joking.
It's literally Impulse spray in a new bottle. And they are killing it because of it.
I feel for the parents who are being begged by their children to buy these ridiculously overpriced, very expensive items to put under the Christmas tree or asking Santa for them, etc., etc.
If that was me when I was a kid, Mum would be like, sure, but that's the only thing you're getting. Because that's like the whole Christmas budget gone.
Yeah. Legit.
Whereas we were wanting the $2 pack of lip smackers.
Honestly, get me a Tamagotchi and I'm fine, babe, you know?
Get me a pack of Scooby-Doos and I'll be set.
Yeah, no.
Remember those Scooby-Doo bracelets?
Yeah. Yes.
And if you wore a black one...
what does that mean?
Well, at our primary school, surely everyone remembers the Scooby-Doos, like the plastic elastic things. If you wore the black one, it meant sex.
Oh, wow.
And so we would never wear the black one unless you wanted to... be about sex.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
even though we didn't even know what that was.
Well, we had little Scooby. We just call them Scoobies, not Scooby-Doos.
Oh, we called them Scooby-Doos.
We just called them Scoobies, and we'd all sit in a circle and work, you know, weave them together and make the little Scoobies. I loved them, and I loved chewing on them too.
Yeah.
So nice to chew on, real good. But then people were teasing me for having the Scoobies, so I had to get into Beyblades. I had no interest in Beyblades.
Wait, what's Beyblades again?
Remember the Beyblades? They'd be on the string and they were little spinny tops and you'd pull it and then they battle in someone would bring their arena. You could buy the arena and you'd battle each other at lunchtime and they'd do a big tournament.
See, that's what we were all about when we were kids. I'm glad it wasn't retinol.
One of my friends actually started like a gambling ring in like year 5, which is so crazy. Now, I totally forgot about this, but we all had to bring a gold coin donation to be in the Beyblade comp.
Stop.
And I put my $2 in and then whoever won all the money.
Is your friend the entrepreneur now?
Oh, he got suspended and I think when he came back he was banned from playing Beyblade, so I think I stopped being friends with him because I was so into Beyblades.
Wonder where he is now.
I don't know, but I think he's a gamer actually.
There you go.
I think he's a professional gamer, like online gamer.
There you go.
That's camp. Okay, so I saw this video that was not really going viral, but I felt like it was enough to bring it to the podcast because it's such an interesting story. I saw this video from My Life as Ava. Do you remember her?
Yeah.
She sung that literally, my life is bitches every single night.
She was like a YouTuber back in the day.
Yeah, I did a tour with her back in the day.
Is.
We were at Dreamworld on the Big Brother stage, which is so random. And she said that this was her Roman Empire. You know, we've spoken about Roman empires on the show before.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks about this constantly. So this is the story for you. A couple years ago in Hawaii, everyone in Hawaii, everyone on the island, everyone, if you were in the vicinity of Hawaii, whether you were a resident or a traveller, if you were in Hawaii, you got a text from the government saying, this is not a drill, a ballistic missile is headed for the island of Hawaii. And so take shelter, say goodbye to your friends and family. This is it. You're going to die, basically.
Just a couple of years ago.
This is just a couple of years ago. Yeah.
What?
So they said in the message, they told everyone they had an hour and a half left to live.
What?
Like in about 1.5 hours, a ballistic missile is going to hit Hawaii.
Was this on the news?
Well, we'll get there.
Okay.
So apparently everyone obviously started freaking out and was like, oh my God, we're all going to die. Like, what the hell is this? And apparently one of her friends in the military was saying, like, if the alarm in the military base didn't go off, this is a false alarm. They would have sounded the alarm.
Right.
And sure enough, 40 minutes later, the alarm in the military base went off. And he was like, oh my God, we're all going to die. And she said people were like huddling together in bathtubs, like in beds and like huddling with their family. Like they said all their goodbyes. She said she actually lived in LA at the time and was getting messages from people in Hawaii that she knew saying, love you so much. Like this is the end. Goodbye, blah, 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 blah. And all of the comments as well. I opened the comments and so many people were saying like, they remember when this happened because their friend was there or so-and-so or I live there and I remember when this happened, and everyone had all these stories. And then an hour and a half later, the government sent another message saying, never mind, Lamayo, lol. We made a little joke there. We accidentally pressed the button and wasn't meant to do that. So sorry about that, everyone. Go back to your normal lives. You're not actually dying today. That's fine. Sorry, it was an accident. My elbow slipped and I bumped it. Bumped the text message that sent it to...
How do you accidentally send something like that out? Like surely for them to send out that message, they've got to go through like 17 approvals.
Right.
Like, are you sure you want to send this message? Are you sure? Like, are you sure?
Which, you know, I love a conspiracy theory. So here we go. Because my thing is, I reckon there was a missile headed to Hawaii and they were trying to, my theory is it was America themselves. They're testing nuclear stuff or something, I don't know. They've set it off and they've gone, oh shit, it's headed for Hawaii. We can't do anything about this. But then they've gone, let's try and save it. They haven't been able to save it. So they've sent out the message. And they've gone, sorry, everyone, you're dead. Then they've actually saved it. They've blown it up in the sky or something. Something's happened. It's disappeared. It's fallen into the sea. Everything's all good. And then they've sent the other message going, haha, just kidding. It was an accident, but it was never an accident. It was actually going to happen. Right. That's my conspiracy theory. Allegedly.
I mean, that makes sense.
And no one ever talks about this. So I thought it was like something to bring to everyone's attention because it didn't get much mainstream media coverage. Like no one was talking about it. I think because like, I think if you're outside of Hawaii, when that message comes, like no one's messaging NBC in New York and going, Del, you better put this on the news.
Like I would think if this happened, surely all of a sudden all the news stations in Hawaii would have switched. All the reporters would have been out on the street saying, news just in, like this is a missile's coming. And then all the other international ones would have picked up on it. I would have thought all our Instagrams and TikToks would be covered with it, but nothing. But
the thing is like, actually put yourself in, this is why I wanted to bring this up, to actually put us in this place and have this conversation. So I reckon if you were a journalist and everyone in the news station, if we right here, right now, got that text message, I don't think the lovely Elle and Hannah over here producing the podcast are going to say, oh, quick, we'll just quickly let everybody know about this and release the episode.
Obviously the journalists...
We're going, fucking hell, love! and we're all running out of the building together. No one's getting on TV and going, this just in, a missile's coming.
I can picture the boss.
We're all going to hug our families. We're all going to do everything else we want to do, you know?
But surely, like, the streets would go into chaos. It would turn into a civil war.
They did.
Yeah.
I'll
but
play
I'm sure,
this part of the video for you. She explained what happened in the airport.
like, you wouldn't be able to get home to your family because I reckon everyone would be crashing into one another. Everyone would be freaking out.
Yeah.
I reckon the boss of the journalist would still be, get out there and get the report this. And then
No,
the journalist
boss would be just in the same position though. So,
True.
you know, he'd be fucking running off and crashing into people. The people in the airport at the time had just landed off a plane, got off the plane, were waiting for their bags. And the alert came through and everyone in the airport just fell to their knees and started screaming and crying.
Is there any videos of this?
I don't know.
Surely someone.
But this is the thing. This is the thing.
Surely someone in the airport documented everyone freaking out.
But this is the thing. If you got that message and you believed it was legit, you're not pulling out your phone,
But
Brittney,
surely one person did.
But for what? Because if you're going to die in an hour,
True.
why are you pulling out your phone?
I just think there would have been someone that captured this.
So right now, let's put ourselves in that scenario. Like if the government sent us a text right now and said to you, Brittney, you've got 1 hour to live, like the missile's coming, you've got 1 hour to live. What are you doing? Because also you're here in Sydney.
I'd just fucking jump in the harbour and call it a day.
Well, it's funny because your attitude is to give up. And you know what? Same.
Yeah.
If that text came through, I'm going downstairs to the cafe downstairs.
We're saying, give us all the food.
I'm getting a feast. I'm saying, give me one of those yummy bacon prosciutto rolls you got.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there with a cup of tea and I'm eating.
I'm not trying to get anywhere.
You know, I'll call some people. I'll probably call everyone and be like, oh, well, this is happening here. But your fate is sealed, love.
Yeah.
What can you do? You know what I mean?
Nothing.
No, this is what people say when there's like the apocalypse coming, right? There's apocalypse coming. It's all going to eventuate eventually, whatever. My whole thing is if an apocalypse comes, there's a zombie outbreak, there's no running from me. I'm giving up.
I feel like we'd be pretty safe here, though.
Eat my arm, babes. Have it for dinner. Get a knife and fork. Eat my arm, zombie man. Take me with you. I cannot be bothered running in Crocs as if.
I feel like if the zombies came, though, like where we are right now, we're in a little studio that has a lot of security to get upstairs. I reckon we'd be safe for quite a while up here if the zombies
I've
came.
checked the Nova fridge. There's fucking nothing in it.
But we could watch over the city all the zombies attacking everyone. We're pretty safe
I
up
reckon
here.
they could break this glass.
But how'd they get up the building?
They're zombies, aren't they? Scaling the bloody thing? Yeah, aren't they climbing up on their just...
If a zombie came right up to your face right now, like...
I'd give in and let it eat me. I'd actually fall to my knees because do you know that zombies are the thing that I'm most scared of in this world?
So you wouldn't even try punching it, like kicking it?
No.
Would you run?
No, you don't understand how terrified I am of zombies. Like it is my number one
So you just let it eat you to death?
Before owls. Like...
You wouldn't at least like put your fingers in its eyes?
No, because...
Not at all.
Zombies are the thing I'm most scared of in this world, which is kind of good because I don't think they're real, but there's a possibility there could be one day.
So you're not even putting up a single fight?
No, not at all, because I don't want to live in a world where there's zombies. Take me, turn me into one. I'd rather live... What would you rather live as? A human in a zombie world or a zombie in a zombie world? Because I know that I'm like, sign me up. Where do I sign? Take all the money in my bank account. I'm now a zombie because I'd rather be a zombie than a human trying to run away from zombies.
So you wouldn't run at all?
No. Look at me. I don't run.
Would you hide? Would you at least try and hide?
No. You're that far away. You've already seen me. They can smell me. Anyway, the point of the fact of the matter is, if any of our scrollers have any more info on the Hawaiian airstrike prank patrol, let us know because we need more info. There's not much info about this on the internet. And also, I haven't even fact-checked this. Like, she could have made the story up for views. But there were so many accounts in the comments, like so many comments from people saying, yes, I lived through this, that I just believed it. But it could just be one big inside joke that I'm not a part of. You know what I mean?
I'm just going to pretend that it is real because it's a very interesting story.
Yeah.
Another episode done and dusted.
Yeah, God. Thanks for listening to this episode, Scrollers. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss an episode, which is every single Tuesday.
And be sure to rate us 5 stars and leave us a review. We say this at the end of every episode and we still don't have the same amount of reviews that we do to listens and downloads. So please, if you haven't already,
Maybe the people who haven't reviewed have already switched off because they know that this is us wrapping it up.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe we need to say 5 stars at the start of every episode.
Let's do that next time.
Okay.
Sure.
Anyway, if you enjoyed today's podcast, tell a friend. If you learnt something with the Hawaiian airstrike, Joel, send it on. Go and tell someone how interested it was. Even if you didn't find it interesting, tell someone it was interesting anyway, please. We're trying to grow our scrollers here.
And make sure to follow us everywhere else if you aren't already. For me, search Brittney Saunders.
And for me, search Alright Hey. Anyway, Joel, I better let you go. I've just got a text. There's a ballistic missile coming.